Okay guys, so today we're rebuilding the Cleveland Cavaliers, and this one's going to be pretty simple. We're going to gut this roster. We're going to decide between Colin Sexton and Darius Garland which one we hold on to. I don't think I want to do the 2-point guard system like John Beeline thinks he can pull off. We shall see though. But looking at our big contracts, obviously we've got Kevin Love. That one's got to go. He's going to give us a lot of value. Well, not a lot of value as an 83 overall, but something in return, I think. And we're going to get rid of these one-year contracts. I'm going to make those moves, and I'll see you guys with what I'm doing. The Dallas Mavericks offer us a first-round pick for Kevin Love in 2020. We're definitely going to do that. Got to add an exception. Then we have the Dallas Mavericks again offering us their 2022 first-round pick for Tristan Thompson. The Clippers are willing to give us Maurice Harkless and a 2023 first-round pick swap with the Thunder for Larry Nance Jr. I think this is going to be our last trade unless we find one for Colin Sexton, because I think that's the guy I want to trade, but we'll see. We've had a lot of success with Chris Middleton in recent rebuilds. I'm going to go ahead and do this, take on Chris Middleton, his big contract, get rid of Colin Sexton. So looking at our rotation for season number 1, we've got Darius Garland, Jordan Clarkson, Chris Middleton, Dragan Bender, and John Henson, with Chetty Osman, Maurice Harkless, Matthew Dellavedova, and Ante Zizic off our bench. Definitely nothing crazy. We should be contending for that number 1 overall pick, and I'll see you guys at the end of the season. So at the end of the season, we did not make the playoffs, only finishing with 18 wins. We see the Los Angeles Lakers take home the title as LeBron James wins Finals MVP, but with only 18 wins, we should be the front runner to land that number 1 overall selection, so I'll see you guys in the lottery. Right now, we share the same odds with the Hornets and Celtics to land the number 1 pick, but we also have another top pick coming from Dallas. Let's skip the lottery, see what ends up happening. We end up getting the 3rd overall pick and the 9th overall pick. I think we could package those together, get up to number 1, maybe number 2. I think I want to get James Wiseman to pair alongside Darius Garland. I think that would make for a nice duo. Let's see what happens. I think I'm going to have to do this. I already put James Wiseman in the thumbnail for today's video, but that was who I was going for. But Ben Simmons, that's something special. We might still have a chance to get that number 1 overall pick or number 2 overall pick. Looking at the picks we have, if we're giving up a lottery protected here, we're giving up picks in 2022, picks we don't need, second rounders with second rounders. Can we get up to, let's say, that 3rd overall pick from the, oh, that's a pick we just gave them, and we'll give you a first round pick in 2023. Y'all won't do it. What about maybe the guy for number 1 accepts? That was that the Milwaukee Bucks hold the number 1 pick. What? Let's see what else is out there. Number 4 from the Grizzlies. They end up accepting that offer. We have the 4th overall pick. Now can we get up to number 2? I feel like James Wiseman just won't be at the board at number 2. So we give the 4th pick plus a bunch. Oh, no, that's from the Cavaliers. We're going to get more second round picks. Can we get up to, like, let's say number 3? If we throw in a 2004, they'll throw one in 2022. But we do need to see if we can get up to 2, because I just don't think James Wiseman will be on the board at 3. But maybe, can we get number 2 here? We'll just give you our future, man. We'll give you our future. We're in the win now scenario. We're going all in. I'll see you guys at the draft. So we end up having to go LaMelo Ball. James Wiseman went number 1 overall to the Bucks. I still want to get James Wiseman. Hopefully we can trade LaMelo Ball down the road and bring him in. LaMelo Ball is still going to have a ton of trade value, especially as he progresses. We will see, but let's go into free agency. In order to free up a little bit of cap space, I traded away Ante Zizic and Kevin Porter, brought in Landry Shamet in a first-round pick. I also traded away Dylan Windler and Dragan Bender, brought in 2 first-round picks from the Atlanta Hawks. I want to see, now that we have those picks, do we have enough to get James Wiseman from the Milwaukee Bucks? We'll give you LaMelo Ball. You guys give us James Wiseman, and I'll send you 2 first-round picks. Let's get this done. I'll give you 3. Come on. You still don't want to do this trade. Maybe we just can't get James Wiseman. But going into free agency, what can we do? Can we put in an offer in on Anthony Davis? $143 million contract, a player option, no trade clause. You do not have enough cap space. We are barely don't have enough cap space. Seeing who we could end up trading. Landry Shamet. We have all this dead money, but I don't think that's really putting us, in our books in terms of giving that deal. LaMelo Ball, man, he might just have to go. Chris Middleton, is there a better option? Let's see what we could do for Chris Middleton. We could bring in Justice Winslow, Cam Reddish. That's going to give us a lot of money, plus a player that's going to progress. Bohan's a solid player. Harry Giles, plus a 2021 first. Kevin Love. Malcolm Brogdon, he's on a better deal. He's still going to progress, very, very well. We are getting up a 2021 first round pick, but I'm going to do this. And then I am going to trade Doug McDermott. We're doing a lot in this free agency. I still want to bring in James Wiseman, but we'll see how that ends up working out. Let's just take this top 3 protected pick from the Kings. And now we can offer in a big deal on Anthony Davis. I just did a lot to get, that money, Anthony Davis. Please just accept our deal. Join the Cleveland Cavaliers. Play alongside, Darius Garland. Where are you at, Anthony Davis? We'll give you all the money you can imagine. $143 million plus the player option. No trade clause. Let's get it done, Anthony Davis. Looks like Anthony Davis is probably just going to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're going to renounce all these rights. Now we should have a ton of money. He goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Los Angeles Lakers. Unrestricted free agents. We can do Andre Drummond. We've got him in the past couple rebuilds. He's always a beast down low. We'll give you $140 million, but I'm not giving you a no trade clause or anything ridiculous like that. Let's just see if he accepts that deal. Yes, he does. We're renouncing all these rights. Let's just hop into the first day of free agency. Now that we have Drummond on our books, can we still offer money? We can do someone right around a $15 million contract. That could be a guy like DeJounte Murray as a restricted free agent. Maybe a guy like Malik Beasley. I like this deal. Malik Beasley's a solid 3-point shooter. Let's see if we can bring him on the team. Yes, we can. And then I do want to renounce all these rights. Renounce all those rights. See if that gives us any more money to do anything. It doesn't look like that's the case. Unrestricted free agent and Derek Favors. He wants way too much money. I'll see you guys at the start of season number 2. Right now, we're looking like Darius Garland at the 1. I moved LaMelo Ball to the shooting guard position. We've got Malcolm Brogdon at the small forward spot. Ben Simmons at the 4. Drummond at the 5. With Jeremy Grant, Malik Beasley, Landry Shamet, and Miles Bridges off the bench. I just made a trade for Miles Bridges. Got rid of some guys at the end of our bench. Just a few second-round picks. Got Miles Bridges as a decent rotational player. I mean, the roster is looking very, very good right now. We'll see what it looks like at the end of the season. At the end of the season, we end up finishing with the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. We had 55 wins. Looking at our player stats, we were led in scoring by Ben Simmons, getting 26 a game to go along with 10 rebounds, 8 assists, shooting 69% from the field and clearly not making any threes. But then we also had Andre Drummond get 18 points per game, getting almost 17 rebounds. What a freaking duo right there. We had LaMelo Ball get us 18 points per game, shooting 48% from the field, 37% from 3. Garland doing his thing, getting 14 points. Malcolm Brogdon doing solid, hopefully on good efficiency. Yes, he is. And then we've got Malik Beasley, Grant, Miles Bridges, Shamet. They're doing okay. I think we have a decent shot at actually winning the title in season number 2. I think that Ben Simmons trade was absolutely massive for us. Hopefully, we don't lose in the Eastern Conference. If we go up against like the Los Angeles Lakers and lose, that's whatever. We still have another season. We got guys progressing. We should be right back here next season, but we 4-0 the Milwaukee Bucks, despite them having James Wiseman and Giannis Antetokounmpo. In the second round, we're going against the Chicago Bulls. We're down 1 game. We tied up at 1 apiece. We're now down 2-1. Let's not go down 3-1. We take the advantage at 3-2. It's a game 7, and we're eliminated in the second round versus the 4th-seeded Chicago Bulls. And it looks like the 76ers are going to go right by them despite not having Ben Simmons. And it looks like the Los Angeles Lakers are going to take it home for a second year in a row as they win in 6 games. I'll see you guys in free agency. We don't really have any money in free agency, so I just offered in contracts on PJ Tucker and Boban. Let's see if we can get those deals done. And then I'll see you guys at the start of season number 3, our final season. Before the start of this season, we got offered a trade from the Detroit Pistons to give them Malcolm Brogdon and Malik Beasley, and they'll give us Blake Griffin. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I think this is going to be a good addition for us. So seeing how that rotation shapes out, I'm going to have Ben Simmons go to the small forward spot. I'm going to have the point guard go to Darius Garland. And I still think I need a couple more trades before we're ready for this title run. I'll see you guys with what I'm doing. So the last trade I think I'm going to do for now is going to be getting rid of LaMelo Ball and PJ Tucker. We're going to be bringing in Kevin Huerter and Trae Young. Now, Trae Young is going to start off the bench because I really do want to have Darius Garland in that starting role. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll run... Ooh, that's actually an interesting lineup. And then that puts Young. Now, let's do Trae Young as our starting point guard. Let's have Kevin Huerter as our starting shooting guard. Ben Simmons at that 3. This is a big lineup. You have Huerter and Trae Young, which hopefully gives us the 3-point shooting we need on top of what Blake Griffin can give us. And then off the bench, You've got Darius Garland being our 6th man to go along with Miles Bridges, Jeremy Grant, Landry Shamet. I like how that is shaping up. I could end up trading, maybe Ben Simmons, maybe Trae Young later down the season. But for right now, this roster is looking really good. And I'll hopefully see you guys at the season, maybe in a mid-season trade. I'm not really liking how this season's going so far, so I wanted to make a move to add to our depth, get a very solid defensive player, a 3-and-D player at that, and that's going to be DeAndre Hunter. If he's here, we're going to adjust this rotation. I actually think I want to have him start at the shooting guard spot. They actually have him at the small forward spot. Where is Trae Young? Trae Young is not going to be coming off the bench. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. This is going to be a big lineup of Trae Young, DeAndre Hunter, Ben Simmons, Blake Griffin, and Andre Drummond, with Darius Garland as our 6th man to go along with Kevin Huerter, Jeremy Grant, and Landry Shamet. I think this is going to be our final roster. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. At the end of the season, we see Kyrie Irving win MVP, Evan Mobley Rookie of the Year, Cole Anthony wins 6th man, Darius Garland had to be in the conversation for that one. You've got Kawhi Leonard Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved Danny Ajvedot, and Brett Brown wins Coach of the Year, as they finish with the same record as we did in the Eastern Conference. Do we have any Cleveland Cavaliers here? Yes, we have Ben Simmons make all defensive 2nd team. That is pretty good to see. On the defensive end, I think we're a pretty scary team to go against. Looking at our final rotation at overalls and everything, we have Trae Young now at a 92, Hunter at an 86, Ben Simmons at a 94, Blake Griffin at a 90. We've got now Darius Garland. I don't know why it's like that. Let's fix that. Darius Garland's now an 88 overall. Looking at our player stats, we've got Trae Young getting us 23 points per game on amazing efficiency. Love that addition. Ben Simmons doing his thing. Still not shooting threes, but he is shooting 70% from the field. You got DeAndre Hunter here at 47% from the field, 44% from 3. How's Kevin Huerter doing? Is he at least shooting very efficient at 3? He is at 41%. I think I want to make a move because I don't really like how our starting lineup is. I don't like having Ben Simmons at the 3. I know this is going to be weird. It's not going to make a lot of sense, but I think it would be kind of interesting. And that's going to be to move Ben Simmons to the backup spot, having Garland and Ben Simmons just ultimately stack these minutes. Because I like that starting lineup. I mean, that's the starting lineup you're going to see, or at least, the starting 3 you're going to see in Atlanta this season with Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, and DeAndre Hunter, plus Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond. What you're going to see in Detroit down low, that's pretty interesting. And then off the bench, you're adding Simmons and Garland. I think it'd be pretty scary. We'll see if it works out, but for now, we're going to try it out. In the first round, we are up against the New York Knicks. We end up finishing with the #1 seed. We're going to simulate this round, but we got to keep in mind we did have the same record as the Philadelphia 76ers, so that's going to be a very tough matchup in the Eastern Conference. I was surprised we only won 57 games. I expected us to be closer to 65, 70 wins in this season. We're up 3-2 to the New York Knicks. Let's not lose in the first round. That would be disaster. Hopefully we end up getting out of that. The second round, we're going against the Orlando Magic. Let's go right by them. I don't understand why we're not just blowing by everybody, steamrolling our way to the NBA Finals to go against the Lakers. We end up winning that one in 5 games, and we're going against the Philadelphia 76ers, who only won in 7 games. In fact, they went 7 games in their first 2 rounds. They must be pretty tired. Let's win this one. We take game 1. We take game 2, 3. Let's go up. We end up sweeping the Philadelphia 76ers to go up against the Los Angeles Lakers, who won in 7 games versus the New Orleans Pelicans in the NBA Finals. Let's see how we do. In game 1, we win. In game 2, we win. We end up going up 3-1. Let's win the NBA championship. Yes, we do. As Ben Simmons, coming off the bench, gets 17 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Maybe that was the right move to have them come off the bench. Seeing how that ended up shaping out our playoff stats, player stats. We've got Trae Young still getting his thing at 21 points. You got Blake Griffin doing great. Ben Simmons off the bench. You only have 2 of your 4 best scorers coming off your bench. That's going to be pretty nice. You've got Darius Garland just shooting with crazy efficiency. I love this final roster. Looking how it shaped out, you've got 94 overall Ben Simmons, 92 overall Trae Young, 91 overall Blake Griffin, 90 overall Andre Drummond, 89 Darius Garland, 86 DeAndre Hunter, and 83 Kevin Huerter. That's the video, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and peace.